Hello, Clovis Elementary, and welcome to Sports Awards for our fall season of the 2021-22 school year. It was an amazing way to kick off our year. We had students participating in cross country, girls volleyball, and football. We're excited to have all of our coaches here to honor and recognize some of your incredible hard work. We also have Mrs. Spenhoff joining us, our vice principal. We're really proud of you, Jags. We're going to start it off with Mrs. Dosey. She's going to talk a little bit about our boys cross country team.
Yes, they did an amazing job. I tell you, they got so fast by the end. They really inspired Coach and I. So we do have a couple awards to give out today. For our most dedicated, pretty much this is going to our fourth grade boy that pretty much was just positive all the way around. He was undefeated in our area, and he was born to run. So that award goes to Miles Oswald. Yay! Congratulations, Miles. Our next award is for our our Jaguar Award. And this is kind of our runner that just showed great character throughout the season. And this runner had a great attitude and he encouraged his teammates and just overall just showed great character from day one until the end of the season. And that goes to Elijah Patchen. There you go. Yay! And for our 5th-6 team, our most dedicated award goes to our runner who was also undefeated in our area. And he came in first place in every single race that he ran. And he was a leader for all of the boys for both teams. And that would go to Thomas Jordan. Yay! Thomas. And our Jaguar Award goes to, again, a student, an athlete who was always cheering on his teammates, and he was encouraging them to try a little bit harder every practice, and also always positive and always smiling, and that goes to Josiah Ledbeck. Yay!
Great job, boys. Coach Josie and I were so proud of you this year. Our 5th-6 boys, you guys had one of the better records in our area, so great job. I get the honor of giving the awards out to our girls. So first off, our 4th grade girls, I think every one of you improved on your time this season. So great job. We're always talking about doing your personal best, and that looks different for everyone as long as you are trying your hardest. So our first award goes to the most dedicated. This plaque will be going to Christina Woodward. Nice job. She always came out ready to run. She represented our 4th grade girls at districts and ran her heart out. So wonderful job, Christina. We're hoping that we see you during track and then next year in cross country. Our Jaguar Award goes to Peyton Adrian. Nice job. She always came out ready to run, even through injuries and whatnot. She was dedicated and tried her best and always had great character. I believe even another team, when they came to our campus, they commented what a great encourager and character she had. And that's something that Coach and I always want to hear and see. So great job, Peyton. Moving on to our 5th-6 girls, our first award is most dedicated, and this award goes to Evelyn Hill. Nice job, Evelyn. She ran her heart out this season, and she has so much tenacity, so much dedication, and I'm excited to hopefully see her run at Clark next year. So great job, Evelyn. And finally, our Jaguar Award goes to Ella Barsotti. Nice job, Ella. She came out to practice every day, always having the best character, encouraging her teammates, encouraging the 4th grade girls, and just showing us what it means to be a teammate. Sometimes cross country can seem a little bit more like an individual sport, but it really is a team sport too. So great job, Ella. Good job, girls.
Way to go, cross country. It was awesome to see you out there each week giving it your all. I'm going to introduce Mrs. Prandini. She's going to talk to you a little bit about girls volleyball.
Right. I am so proud of all of the JV volleyball girls. They focused on improving their serving and passing skills this season. But what I'm most proud of is their perseverance. They pushed themselves every single practice to get better. And each and every one of them worked so hard, and we saw so much improvement out of the entire team. Coach Oganesian and I are so proud of you. Our first award is our Most Improved Award, and that goes to an athlete who worked so hard at every single practice and became so determined to learn the game that soon she could pass any ball over the net and get all of her serves in. This athlete pushed herself to become a great volleyball player, and we are so proud of your determination and grit. Our Most Improved Award goes to Alexis Flores. And next is our Coaches Award. I chose this athlete because she would come to practice every day with a huge smile and positive attitude. One of our goals this season was to keep the energy up, and this player helped us accomplish that by remaining positive towards herself and to her teammates. It was impossible not to smile when this player was around, and we are so grateful to have had you on our team. Our Coaches Award goes to Alexis Ledbetter. And last but not least is our Best Hustle Award. I chose this award because this player really set the tone as far as work ethic. She went after every ball, even if it meant she had to run across the court or dive on the ground to save it. She pushed herself to get better and better serves each day. I'm so proud of your work ethic and hustle. Great job, Juliana Mora.
Way to go, ladies. I'd like to introduce Coach Jackson. She's going to talk to you about varsity volleyball.
Hi, everybody. We were so happy to be out there this year and just playing. We did have a lot of fluctuation this year, bringing girls up to A team and B team and wherever we were needed because of quarantine and everything, but everybody stepped up. And I mean, these girls really, really improved from the beginning to the end. I almost feel like every year I say, wow, I've never had a team so great at this, but this team was really, really good at the fundamentals. We got a little nervous sometimes and we didn't win some games, but we won some big ones too. And our goal this year was communicating, and that last game was just amazing to see how well you all were playing as a team, encouraging each other. We made a mistake, it just kind of went out, and keep going, girls, and we got this, and we did really, really great that last game, and just really shows the growth and your dedication to each other. This year I went with all the different jobs. So our first award is our Ace Server Award. And this person started off, I didn't even realize how great of a server she was until she kind of almost scored all the points at the beginning of the season. No, she's not perfect and didn't get every single one in, but she got the majority of her serves in. So our Ace Server Award goes to Peyton Tafoya. Great job, Peyton. The next award that I have is our Best Spiker. Shockingly, we had a lot of 3 touches, like bump set spike, most than any other team I think I've ever had. This person just had really good overhand serves as well, and just could track the ball really well and do a really good down ball over just to kind of change the pace of the game. So our Best Spiker goes to Miss Finley Jarl. Congratulations, Finley. And then our last one, which people think is probably the simplest job of all, is pretty hard because you got to set everything up, is our Best Passer Award. This girl I noticed was, you know, pretty good, and she just tried every single day at practice. And then by the end of the season, just perfect passes over to the setting position. And it almost looked very effortless by the end of the season as well. So our Best Passer is going to go to Breck Nail. Congratulations, Breck. Congratulations to all the girls. You had a wonderful season.
It was awesome. All the way back to that tournament at the very start of the season over at Clovis High, bringing home that trophy was just set the tone, like you both said, for a great, great season. Very proud of you, ladies. And last but not least, Our football coaches have some awards to chat with you about, Mr. Partita, Mr. Franz, and Mr. Bedwell.
How we doing, Jags? Before we get started, Coach Partita, myself, and Mr. Franz, just want to say thank you for the great season that we all had together. We started off as a team that sometimes we had some difficulties just getting through our calisthenics and warm-ups at the beginning of practice, to where at the end of the season we started looking like a really good football team, and we saw some things that were really great, and we thought that we would get better as the season went on. And there were times that you guys really outperformed our expectations for you at the time. And by the end of the season, we were talking after our last game, and there was quite a few kids that, I mean, basically on our entire team, this was their first year ever playing football and having contact. And by the end of the year, after our last game, the three of us were talking, and there were a couple kids that we were like, if you told somebody that they had never played football before this season, I'm not sure that they would believe it. And so that's hats off to you guys for the effort and the work that you put in throughout the season. So we have a few awards for our kids this year. Starting out with our outstanding offensive player. This kid is kind of naturally gifted in the sense that he's about the same height that I am. And he ran really well at the beginning of the year. I think we had a little bit of a hard time getting the ball to him, and then we had some difficulties catching the ball, but he ended up doing a really good job. I think the last game he had 3 or 4 catches. Our quarterback figured out how to get the ball to him, and he started. In fact, I think there was one game that defender was intercepting the ball, and he just kind of ripped it out of his hands and took it from him and ended up scoring, which is pretty cool. So our outstanding offensive player of the year goes to Rafael Aguilar. And then moving over to the defensive side of the ball, statistically, I would say that this kid probably isn't. He didn't have the most tackles or anything like that, but he always did his job, and he really kept our linebackers clean as far as occupying linemen, making sure that linemen were busy blocking him instead of moving up to our linebackers. He did a really good job of creating some pressure when people were trying to pass, and he did a really good job of making everybody else's job easier. And for that reason, our outstanding defensive player of the year this year goes to Grayson Clopton. All right. And no football team is really complete, especially this year when we had some kids that were quarantined and couldn't play in games and stuff. You have to have those kids that can move around a little bit. So this next award, it goes to, besides the fact that he was a good athlete and he was one of our better football players, we were able to do different things with him. We could move him from the defensive line to outside linebacker. We moved him from center to running back. He scored some touchdowns for us at running back. And he was just always willing to take on a challenge when we presented it. And, you know, this is just kind of our way of saying thank you for that. So our most versatile player this year goes to Mr. Aiden Hendricks. All right. And then our last award, the coaches and I were discussing this. We like to throw the ball. We ended up with 2 really tall kids on the outside that we could throw the ball to. And we were like, okay, so we don't normally pass the ball, but we think this year we're going to end up throwing the ball a little bit more. And then we kind of, okay, well, the kids really hadn't played football. And when you throw in football, a lot of it has to do with timing, your feet. You take certain steps, and then the ball has to be out in order for a kid to get there. And then defensively, there's one guy on the field that plays behind everybody. He's your safety. And when things don't go well, your safety's the last line of defense. And he's either going to save the play or they're going to score a touchdown. And this individual, I think he ended up with like 4 interceptions on defense. Probably should have had a couple more that hit him in the hands that he didn't quite pull in, but that's all right. And then offensively, especially the last couple games, he just did a really good job of putting the ball in places where people could go get it and make plays. And so our most valuable player for the year is Mr. Justin Azzarello, our safety and quarterback. So again, I just want to say thank you. You guys improved a lot. You know, at the end of the season, you ended up in a place that I was really happy to see you guys at. And I know myself and the other coaches, as a team, I would say that this is probably the most improved team that we've ever had here. So it was a lot of fun to coach you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, football coaches. Jags, you were definitely on the prowl during these fall sports. We're so proud of you. It's a privilege to wear our Jaguar uniforms, and you represented us so well with your perseverance and your character out there on those fields and on the running course. We couldn't be happier. Stay tuned. There's going to be an awesome slideshow with some highlights from this season, thanks to the parents who contributed to that. Also, if you're in class, you can expect in just a few minutes your coaches to come around with certificates for participation, as well as your plaques for those of you who were honored with an award. So, hey, what do you say we close this out with our school cheer? Are you with me, coaches? All right, here we go. Clovis Jags!
Clovis Jags!
Thank you.